2, good. Is this thing on? Oh, I thought they silenced us yet. Rumble, young man, rumble. Life is a trip, so sometimes we gon' stumble. You gotta go through pain in order to become you. But once the world numbs you, you'll feel like it's only one you.
Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it, scream from the haters. Got a nice ring to it. So excited.
East side, north side.
Well, good evening and welcome to Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. And as you can see, your KWES Wildcats are running onto the field as we are getting set for game time. KWES playing host to PSJA North. The Raiders are in town to take on your Wildcats. And this is going to be a last 3 games for your Wildcats of the regular season. And what a last 3 games they are. Tonight, they've got PSJA North here at home. Next week, a Thursday night game, we travel to Corpus Christi to take on Veteran. And then we finish the season off right here at home against Harlingen South. Those 4 teams that I just mentioned, KWES included, one of them will not make the playoffs. Now you know why I said the last 3 games are going to be crucial. The standings right now, Flower Bluff with a win last night, now 6-0. The Raiders, who are here this evening, are 5-0. Vets and East, both with just 1 loss. Vets did play last night and they won. So they are 5-1, and your Wildcats are 4-1. Harlingen South coming in at 2-3 tonight, and again, that's they took a loss last night, so that's why they've already picked up that schedule as well. So again, this is going to be a crucial night for your Wildcats. As we mentioned, the last 3 games are very crucial because we want to see your Wildcats get into the postseason. So as the camera is showing you right now, the teams are on the field right now for the coin toss. So I'm going to turn it down to the referee, and he'll give the kids the instructions.
KWES has won the toss and has deferred to the second half. PSJA North will be receiving on the north side.
As you just heard referee Juan Rodriguez say that KWES did win the toss. They deferred for the second half. So they will be kicking the ball away to PSJA North. We talked about this in the pregame. Coach Burgett is now the all-time winningest coach in Weslaco ISD history. Last week, the big win against the Donna North Chiefs gave Coach Burgett win number 89 as a head coach for the Weslaco Wildcats. And again, that's the only team he has coached here at Weslaco ISD. And so now he is all alone at the top as the winningest coach in Weslaco ISD history. We mentioned that Juan Rodriguez is the referee. He gave us the call for the coin toss. The umpire tonight is Michael Ochoa. Head linesman is Vicente Reina. The line judge is Jose Hinojosa. Back judge Cesar Arenas. Field judge Brian Duran. And the side judge is Edgar Gonzalez. The Raiders have 2 guys back deep, right about the 2-yard line. On to kick the ball away is going to be Alan Alejos. Ball is teed up at the 40. Lights are blinking. And we are now seconds away. And the game now is officially underway. It's a good kick going in and out of the end zone. So while they come and set the ball, let us give you the starting defensive lineup for your Wildcats.
Gavin Melendez, Alan Alejos, Ramiro Carrera, Daniel Padilla, Heriberto Davila, Nehemias Munoz, Devin Reina, Jaden Gordo, Derek Salinas.
Mental health and well-being begins with Dr. Daniel Lozano, former athlete and proud alum of Weslaco ISD.
I formation for the Raiders. The quarterback, Darren Garcia, is going to play action, going to look deep, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The ball is loose, and the Wildcats are motioning that they've got it. And the referee has just said that he has it. It was recovered by Jaden Garza. Some pressure off the right end on the quarterback, knocked it away, and Garza comes away with the fumble. You see the quarterback dropping back and pressure being applied. The first man there looked to be Padilla, and yes, it was. And now your Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 at the Raider 24-yard line. Aiden Gonzalez in at quarterback. Pistol formation. He is going to have Elias Rodriguez in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. 1st and 10, Wildcats. Snap to Gonzalez. He's going to keep it. He's going to run inside the 20, breaks a tackle in the 15, down to the 12-yard line, and that is a 12-yard run for the quarterback, Aiden Gonzalez, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for your Wildcats inside the red zone. They did a great job sealing that right end, and Gonzalez saw that opening, and he was finally brought down by Jason Almanza at the 12-yard line. And it's a 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Bunch formation. Rodriguez in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. In motion, snap, Rodriguez the carrier. Takes it inside the 10 to the 5, is hit, spins around down to the 4-yard line. Good blocking up front on that right side. Rodriguez behind the big line of your Wildcats. Out there on the right side, your Wildcats have Ryan Vera and Joe Barrera. And of course, leading the way was Aiden Pequeño. Same play, Pequeño leading the charge. It is going to be Elias Rodriguez in the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run for your Wildcats, and they are on the board first. A fumble recovered at the 24. A couple of plays later, it is Elias Rodriguez in the end zone for his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. 6-0 Wildcats. Alan Alejos on to attempt the point after. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, kick is away, and the kick is good. We have played 56 seconds of football right here at Bobby Lackey Stadium, and after a fumble recovery, your Wildcats marching into the end zone for the first points of the night. 7-0, Wildcats on top. Wildcats back on the field to kick the ball away. It's Alan Alejos back to kick it away. Brian Guerrero is one of the backs back there to return this one. Along with Isaiah Garza, looks like. They are lined up in the end zone. Alejos with another good kick. And it's going to go into the end zone, and they're going to kneel it. So the Wildcats kicker, Alan Alejos, doing a great job kicking the ball away. He's got the wind at his back. And it'll be 1st and 10 once again for the Raiders at their own 25-yard line. So the Raiders back in on offense. Pistol formation for the quarterback, Garcia. Hands it to the only back in the backfield. That's going to be Antoine Estrada. Antoine Estrada has 108 yards on the year, rushing 1 touchdown. He's got 11 catches for 161 yards and 1 TD in the air. He takes the first rush of the night for the Raiders, picks up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. Garcia dropping back, looking, got a receiver in the middle of the field, and it is caught by Brian Guerrero, and he is off to the races. A 76-yard touchdown pass from Garcia to Guerrero. So the Raiders strike right back in 2 plays and pull this game to within 1. Garcia just tosses it right up the middle, had Guerrero behind the defense of the Wildcats, and after that he just turns on the Jets and he outruns the Wildcat defense to the end zone. The Wildcats on 1-point lead. Now it is a tied ball game as the kicker Angel Garcia puts it through the uprights, and now with 10:16 to go, it is now a tied ball game, 7-7. So we've played less than 2 minutes, and we've already had 2 touchdowns here tonight. 10:16 to go here in the opening quarter, 7-7, Wildcats, Raiders. So the Wildcats will get on the field to return this one. Jay Herrera along with Burnias, Derek Burnias going back there. Devon Burnias, excuse me, going back there to return this one. It is going to be Angel Garcia, the kicker, teeing it up at the 40.
As the Raiders get ready to kick off, this game is all tied early in the first quarter.
Burnias and Herrera at the 10-yard line. Beautiful night for football.
The Raiders number 34, Angel Garcia. That deep for the Wildcats, 21.
Whistle blows. Wildcats put themselves in formation. Here comes the kick from Garcia. In the area of Jay Herrera. Picks it up after a couple of bounces at the 12-yard line. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, then finally brought down and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Good return for Jay Herrera, and the Wildcats will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 10:09 to go here in the opening quarter, and yes, if you're just joining us, it is 7-7. Wildcats, Padilla forcing a fumble recovered by Jaden Garza. 3 plays later, it is Elias Rodriguez in the end zone for a touchdown. One after is good, and then on the second play for the Raiders, Garcia to Guerrero, touchdown, 74 yards. Play action, back here to Burnias. Burnias got a block across the 30, hit, rolls over to the 35-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. We're going to spot it at the 34, so that's a 9-yard pickup. Good play for the Wildcats as Burnias caught that one behind the line of scrimmage and ran forward to pick up 9, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. Second and 1. Handoff to Rodriguez, wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say he got to the line of scrimmage. So the Raider defense keep this one to no gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for your Wildcats. Linebacker coming up quickly, Ethan Montemayor, to make the stop. Looked like that may have been a run blitz for the Raiders. So 3rd down and 1. Pistol formation, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Gonzalez going to run with it. And the Raiders read that one. They had everyone bunched up in the box. And they had 3 white jerseys on the outside, including Isaiah Garcia and Marco Antonio Alvarado. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 3 situation for your Wildcats, and they'll send the punt unit on. Brian Guerrero will go back to return this one for the Raiders, and on the punt is going to be Josiah Contreras for your Wildcats. Good snap. A good punt from Contreras. Takes a Wildcat bounce. Guerrero's going to try to pick it up, then he falls on it, as he could not get it cleanly and decides smartly to fall on it at the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 21-yard line after stopping the Wildcats on their second possession. Garcia in the pistol formation this time. He's got Estrada in the backfield. One receiver each side of the football. Handoff to Estrada. He's got a hole, but it's hold quickly. Coming up from his linebacker position, Derek Salinas, as he read that one perfectly and keeps Estrada to just 1 yard. You see the pulling of the guard there, and Salinas read that perfectly, filled that gap, and brought down Estrada. They're going to say no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll keep it tight this time, the Raiders will. 2 backs in the backfield. We're going to give it to the first back through, and that's going to be Andrew Alvarado fighting his way forward for about 5 yards as they're going to spot it at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. You see Alvarado going behind his blockers, and a good job there by the defense of your Wildcat. Jaden Garza, one of the first men to put a hat on Alvarado. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. They'll send one receiver right, and they're going to send Garza in motion. They're going to hand it again to Alvarado. He's going to go behind the big right side of that left side of that line. We'll see where they spot it, and they're going to say it's another 5 yards for the Raiders, so that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. So the Raiders picking up 5 yards and 5 yards. And that gives them 10, so 1st and 10 from the 34. It's going to be a misdirection out to Garza. Garza being chased and brought down. A good stop there by Gavin Melendez. Melendez getting out there and keeping Garza down to 4 yards.
Official timeout for an injury.
We got an official's timeout on the field, so as they take a timeout on the field, we're going to take one as well. 6:14 to go here in quarter number 1. Tied ball game 7-7 between your Wildcats and the Raiders.
We would like to restore all here present God's blessing and protection. No matter what colors we wear to represent our team, God loves us all the same. We want to express to all the people our sincere gratitude for the prayers and support. May God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit bless you.
Here for number 3, Alana Lejos gets up and we hope he finds his way back onto the field.
Back for the timeout on the field. 2nd down and about 6 for the Raiders. Andrew Alvarado having a couple of carries here for the Raiders. This time And they're going to give it to Alvarado again, and he's going to fight forward to the 41-yard line, maybe the 42. And they are going to say he is going to be stopped at the 41. And that'll create a 3rd down and 1 situation for the Raiders. Alvarado has rushed for 230 yards on the season, has 1 TD. Been used sparingly. Wishbone formation for the Raiders. We've got a flag on the field.
False start.
False start on the
Offense,
Raiders. So it'll go
number
back
11.
5 yards.
5
So
yard
instead of
penalty.
3rd and 1, it'll be 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
And you too can make the right call with Weslaco leading for it.
So they'll move it back to the 36-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 6. Raiders break the huddle. They'll change the formation. They were in the wishbone. This time they spread it out. Pistol formation. Alvarado in the backfield with Garcia, the quarterback. Garcia rolling to his left, looking for a receiver. Has one, goes to Guerrero just a little too high, and it'll bring up a 4th down situation. So it looks like the Raiders are going to send in their punt unit. Trying to hit Guerrero out there on the quick out. Just a little too high, so they'll send in the punt team, and it'll be the kicker who also serves as the punter, Angel Garcia, on to punt this one away. That's Jay Herrera back deep to return this one for your Wildcats, lined up at the 30-yard line. Good snap. Rugby style punt. Takes a couple of bounces. Now it takes a Wildcat bounce. And the Raiders try to get on it quickly. Almanza does. Keep it from going any further in the wrong direction for them, the right direction for us. So it'll be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats at their own 34-yard line after the defense holds the Raiders, forces them to punt, and now they've got the football. Under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. 7-7 is your score. Gonzalez in the pistol formation. 1 receiver down at the bottom of your screen. In motion. Pequeño, give it to Rodriguez, and he is hit hard and brought down by Jacoby Herrera and Marco Antonio Alvarado. Trying to get Pequeño out there in front to lead the charge. But again, the linebacking crew of the Raiders jumping those gaps. So it looks like they'll be run blitzing almost on every play. So loss of a yard officially, back to the 33, 2nd down and 11. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, play action. Under pressure is Gonzalez, runs away, needs to get rid of the ball. He decides to run it. And they're going to say he was down. Guerrero comes away out of the huddle, or the pile better yet, with the football, but they're going to say forward progress was stopped. Gonzalez trying to get away from the defense, and they had already stopped his forward progress. So he does gain a yard officially back to the original line of scrimmage, to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Officials waiting, telling them to wait. Now we officially get underway. Quick pass outside to Contreras, in and out of his hands. Falls in no man's land. That'll bring up a 4th down. So 4th and 10 for your Wildcats. Trying to set up a little wide receiver screen, but Contreras couldn't hold on to it. So that'll bring up the punt unit. And Guerrero back for the Raiders. Contreras on to punt for your Wildcats. Good snap, good punt from Contreras. Over the head of Guerrero. Takes a Wildcat bounce inside the 10. Finally picks it up at the 6. Looking for some blockers. Brought down at the 21-yard line. Good stop out there by Devin Reyna as Guerrero tried to get outside, but Reyna brings him down. Good open field tackle. Nonetheless, a good return for Guerrero. First and 10 for the Raiders at their own 21-yard line. Clock has rolled down to under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. 2:55 to be exact. Tied score at 7. Garcia, the quarterback, going to line up under center. Wishbone formation. A little end around to Guerrero. He's got some blockers. Breaks a tackle, makes somebody miss, and finally brought down by Salinas along with Gavin Melendez. So Salinas and Melendez doing a good job tracking him down. After about a 7-yard gain, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 4 for the Raiders.
Wishbone formation again. This time it's to Alvarado, the first back through, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards out to the 30-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 1. So good stop there in the middle by Jaden Garza.
Able to hold off the Raiders from the first down.
So 3rd down and 1. Clock ticking, under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Game tied at 7. Both teams scored on their, well, not on their opening possession because the Raiders fumbled on their opening possession, but their next possession, they did score. Again, Alvarado, the ball carrier. This time he is hit, stood up in the backfield. First one to get there is going to be Nehemias Munoz. He stands him up and keeps him from going anywhere. Jaden Garza along in there with the tackle. Loss of 2 yards back to the 29-yard line. And it'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Raiders. And they bring on the punt unit. 34, Angel Garcia back on to kick the ball away, or punt the ball away, excuse me. Jay Herrera lined up back at the 37-yard line. This punt is a short one. Takes a Wildcat bounce. Finally picked up at the 46-yard line. And the Wildcats will have their next possession start inside of Raider territory. Officially under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. 51 seconds to go. Wildcats with the football, 1st and 10 at the Raider 46-yard line. Wildcat offense coming back onto the field. Gonzalez in the pistol formation. He'll have Rodriguez back there with him. Bunch formation for your Wildcats. Gonzalez drops back, looking for a receiver. Has Herrera, but that is just way too far. He led Herrera by about 5 yards. Herrera had a couple of steps on the defender, but Gonzalez just couldn't get it to him. Good play calling there by your Wildcats. As we mentioned, Herrera was open. Quintanilla, the corner, stayed put. Took a bite. Just Herrera went right by him. Some discussion on the field as to what happened there.
Illegal snap. Offense number 61. 5-yard penalty.
That's going to be
Second down.
illegal snap on your Wildcats. It'll move it back 5 yards. Herrera in there quickly, but saying that somebody moved or the ball moved, and he was right. So that penalty goes against the Wildcats, moves them back 5 yards. So instead of 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 15. Ball moves back into Wildcat territory to the 49-yard line. Gonzalez bobbles the snap, going in the direction of Herrera. Dropping back from the slot area defensively was Brian Guerrero. Almost came up with an interception. So the incomplete pass makes it 3rd down and 15. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. .42 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Here comes the snap. In the middle, in the direction of Aiden Pequeño, incomplete pass, and now it's 4th down.
Aiden Pequeño, incomplete. And the Wildcats.
And Pequeño running up the middle, just a little behind him.
For the Raiders.
So Contreras back on to punt. Guerrero back deep to return. After the first 2 scores, it's been a defensive battle here between your Wildcats and the Raiders. Good punt from Contreras. Guerrero fields it cleanly at the 14. Looking for a block, has one. Running to the outside, knocks out of bounds at the 29. A 15-yard return for Guerrero. So the Raiders begin their next offensive series, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. The Raiders haven't taken a snap on the Wildcat side of the football because their score came on a 74-yard touchdown catch and run. Garcia to Guerrero. Since then, the Wildcat defense has held them in check. 1st and 10, Raiders 29-yard line. Handoff to the running back, Antoine Estrada. And Estrada is going to get across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. A 14-yard pickup, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. And that may be the last play of the quarter. As we now officially are under 10 seconds to go, Garcia is out there chatting with the coach. And now he's going to walk over to the sideline. So yes, that'll be the end of the quarter. Game tied at 7-7. We'll be back with quarter number 2 right here on KWES.
That is the end of the first quarter. Hydration, timeout.
The teams will switch sides as we get set to start quarter number 2. The Raiders will have the wind at their back. As you can see in the camera, the flags are blowing. The winds are blowing out of the south-southeast at 12 miles an hour. Pretty good wind here. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at their 43-yard line. Receivers to each side of the football. I formation. Garcia under center. Hands it off. No, it's not. Play action. And it's going to be Alvarado out of the backfield. Wide open in the flat. Finally hit and brought down at the 37-yard line. And it's a good stop out there by Jaden Garza. So Garcia hits Alvarado coming out of the backfield. And it's Devin Reyna with the tackle. 1st and 10 Raiders in Wildcat territory. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Alvarado the ball carrier. Breaks through the first line and finally brought down inside the 30. Tackled by Gavin Melendez. It'll be a 9-yard pickup for him. Second down and 1. Saw that little crease, was able to squeeze through it and brought down after about a 9-yard gain. So second down and 1. Same formation, one receiver to each side of the football. Toss to Guerrero, has some room, brought down. Good tackle there. Looked like it was Robert Oviedo on the stop. Out there on the right side. Salinas in there as well. Again, Raiders line up in the same formation. Pro formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Alvarado. And Salinas on the linebacker blitz stops him for no gain. It'll be second down and 10. Good play there by the defense of the Wildcats. So no gain on that one, second and 10. Again, the Raiders with the same formation, the pro set. 2 backs in the backfield, Garcia under center. Looks over the defense. Drops back, looking to his right, got a receiver. Over the head of the intended target, Isaiah Garza. Good job out there defensively by the defensive back of your Wildcats. Out there defensively, Devin Reyna. Third down and 10. One receiver to the right. Wishbone formation, Garcia under center. Toss to the tailback. He is hit hard and brought down. That's Antoine Estrada, the ball carrier. It's Salinas out there with the tackle. So Garza and Salinas out there with the stop. And that'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Raiders. During the pregame, I was watching the kicker, Angel Garcia, knock out 36-yard, 41-yard field goals. And he's on to attempt a 33-yard field goal. Play clock at 5. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, kick is away, and the kick is good. A 32-yard field goal gives the Raiders their first lead of the night with 8:34 to go in the ball game. It is now the Raiders 10, your Wildcats 7. We'll be right back.
Introduce you to this week's academic student of the week, Minerva Perez, brought to you by Raising Cane's. Minerva is the senior and the daughter of Brenda Gonzalez. She's a member of the NHS and varsity tennis team.
Wildcats on the field to return the kickoff from the Raiders after the field goal from Garcia gives the Raiders their first lead of the night, 10-7, 8:34 to go in the first half. Kick is away in the direction of Herrera. It's going to go over his head and into the end zone. And your Wildcats will come out. 1st and 10, ball at their own 25-yard line.
Wildcats will take over at their 25-yard line. With 8 minutes and 34 seconds left in the half, PSJA Raiders 10.
Wildcats scored after a fumble recovery in the first quarter, the first play from scrimmage. Wildcats forced a fumble. Recovered it at the Raider 24-yard line. 3 plays later, Talia Rodriguez in the end zone, extra point good. since then, the offense hasn't been able to do much. It's been a defensive battle here in this one. Rodriguez, the lone setback, is the ball carrier. Gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line, so he'll get 6 yards on that carry, and it'll bring up a second down and 4.
Raiders number 3, Jason Almanza.
Almanza for the Raiders on the tackle. So ball, they do spot it at the 31, so that's a 6-yard carry for Rodriguez. They'll have 2 backs in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. 1 receiver to the bottom of your screen. This time the handoff is to Burnias. Burnias is running hard, turns his body, continues to move his legs out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up a third down and 2. So Burnias with a good strong run. Looked like Herrera was the first one in there to get his hands on Burnias.
We want to thank our second quarter replay sponsor, Advanced Therapy Services.
Same formation for your Wildcats. Hand the ball out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks a tackle out to the 35, to the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains for your Wildcats. Good running there by Rodriguez as he saw a hole on the left side of the line back there behind Lubin Garcia and J.D. Sanchez. So 1st and 10, Wildcats, ball at the 37-yard line. This time the handoff is to Burnias. Burnias hit hard at the line of scrimmage, powers his way forward for 1 yard. They're going to give him 2 out to the 38, to the 39, excuse me. 2 yards on that one to bring up a 2nd and 8. Brought down by Cesar Zapata, along with 66, who isn't on my roster. So 2nd and 8 for your Wildcats. Hand off to Rodriguez. No, it's play action. Gonzalez rolling out to his left, going in the direction of Aiden Pequeño, and they just cannot connect. A good bootleg play there called by your Wildcats, and they had Pequeño open, just couldn't get the ball to him. The play action to Rodriguez kept everybody frozen for a little bit, and just a little too much in front of Pequeño. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Three receivers down to the bottom of your screen. Gonzalez rolls out to his right. Has a receiver in and out of the hands of Jonathan Pineda. Pineda had it almost for a second, was hit immediately by Guerrero, loses it, and that'll bring up a 4th down. That is a good play, a good pass, and just coming in to separate the ball in time was Guerrero. So the Wildcats send on the punt unit. And it'll be Contreras back to punt it away. Guerrero will line up at the 32-yard line. Good punt from Contreras. And it'll go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So the Raiders stop the Wildcats after a 1st down. Forced the Wildcats to punt the ball away. They got it again, and they'll start this next offensive series at their own 39-yard line with 5:52 to go here in the 1st half. I formation for the Raiders. 2 receivers, 1 to each side of the football. Quick pass out here to the bottom of your screen, caught by TJ McAlpin. And that is a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3. Good stop there by your Wildcats. Keep it to a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. Will be Estrada in the backfield with Garcia. 3 receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. And it's going to be kept by Garcia. And Rosales and Padilla bring him down at midfield, but that's going to be a 4-yard pickup for the quarterback. 1st and 10 at midfield. So the clock is rolling. 4:49 to go here in the first half. 10-7, Raiders on top. They flop the formation, 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Estrada back in the backfield, they give it to him, and he pounds his way forward to the 45, 5-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Second down and 5 for the Raiders. Down to the 4-minute mark. One receiver each side of the football. Alvarado in the backfield. Garcia looking back, and again down here to the flat. This time it's a different receiver. It's going to be Antoine Estrada. He's brought down after 5 yards, but that's going to move the chains once again. Good stop by the Wildcats out there. Taylor Jimenez with a good open field tackle, but that'll move the chains for the Raiders. Same formation. Estrada in the backfield. This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Padilla was hanging on to him, and he gets some help from Munoz and from Melendez. Keep him to a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. Ball at the 38-yard line. 2:45 to go here in the first half. Raiders with the football. They lead by 3, 10-7. Pro formation for the Raiders. Drops back is Garcia. Looking for a receiver. He's got one. It is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Isaiah Garza on the receiving end of that one. And that's a 38-yard touchdown pass. .226 to go here in the first half. It is 16-7, Raiders on top, pending the point after. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. So the extra point is good. 17-7, Raiders on top with 2:26 to go here in the first half. We'll be right back. Raiders back on the field to kick the ball away. It is Angel Garcia, the kicker for the Raiders. Jay Herrera along with Devin Urnias back deep to return this one. They are lined up at their own 7-yard line. 2:26 to go here in the first half. Raiders, after the touchdown pass from Garcia to Garza, now have a 10-point lead, 17-7. Kick is away, it's deep over the head of Herrera. He lets it go into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats at the 25-yard line.
You're on.
Wildcat offense coming back onto the field. Remember, the Wildcats did defer, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. Gonzalez in the pistol formation. Rodriguez in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Gonzalez, quarterback keeper. He is caught and brought back. Looked like that was Nate Benavides, who was able to grab his jersey and hang on to him long enough for the rest of the white jerseys to get to him. That's exactly what happened. That was Perales, excuse me, that was able to keep Gonzalez from moving. We are at the 2-minute timeout of the ball game. PSJA North 17, your Wildcat 7. They've got the football. We'll be right back right here on KWES.
Okay, thank you. Well, I mean, in case, because, you know,
Two-minute timeout. Wildcats back on the field. 2nd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Quick pass out here to Herrera. Herrera stopped at the 31-yard line. 6-yard pickup. They're going to say his forward progress is stopped before he went out of bounds. So the clock will continue to move.
This is their first of the half.
But the Wildcats do call a timeout with 1:50. They're going to move it back to the 30. So it'll be 3rd and 5, excuse me, for your Wildcats. That's the first time out of the half for the Wildcats. They got 2 to go here in the 2nd quarter as they face 3rd and 5. This game started off quickly. In the first 2 minutes, both teams had scored. Wildcats taking advantage of a fumble recovery. And then the Raiders on a big play, 76-yard pass from Garcia to Guerra. Then after that, it was just a defensive struggle till the Raiders were able to push the ball forward enough to kick a field goal. And then just recently, a 38-yard pass from Garcia to Garza. Flag on the play. Not sure who they're going to call this one. Their fingers pointing in both directions.
Offside. Defense, number 11.
Be on the
5-yard penalty.
Raiders,
Results in
so
the first
that'll
down.
move the ball 5 yards. That should give the Wildcats a first down. Minute 50 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10, Wildcats ball at the 35-yard line. Snap, Gonzalez dropping back. Looking in the middle, in the direction of Herrera. Incomplete pass, broken up by Mark Quintanilla. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:45 to go here in the half. Wildcats will send 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Rodriguez in the backfield with Gonzalez. 2nd and 10, 35-yard line. Handoff to Rodriguez. Hit hard, bouncing back, but he bounces off. 1 tackle, bounces off a 2nd tackle. Finally knocked out of bounds, losing a yard back to the 34-yard line. Clock stops with 1:37 to go. 3rd down and 11. Tough running from Rodriguez, just a lot of white jerseys out there. 3rd down, 11. Ball at the 34-yard line, pistol formation. Gonzalez looking to his left, pump action, going deep. That is incomplete pass. The intended target, Jonathan Pineda. And that'll bring up a 4th down situation, and the Wildcats will send in the punt unit with 1:32 to go. So Contreras comes back on the field to punt the ball, and they'll send Guerrero back to return the ball for the Raiders. Good snap, good punt. Guerrero picks it up at the 37. Brought down, good open field tackle there from Santiago Flores at the 42-yard line. So the Raiders will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 1:21 to go. Garcia and the Raiders back on the field, 1st and 10, their own 42-yard line. Estrada in the backfield with Garcia. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Garcia looking to his left. Nobody there, decides to take off and run with it. He's going to run out to the 48-yard line where he'll step out of bounds. 1:14 to go here in the first half. So a pickup of about 6 yards. We're going to say 5 because they're going to spot it at the 47. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. After they run out of bounds, clock will stop with 1:14 to go. Raiders this time send 2 receivers left, 1 right, 1 back in the backfield. Garcia out to Alvarado in the flat again. Alvarado fumbles the football, and the Wildcats have it. Estrada was hit hard, loses the football, and your Wildcats come away with it. They've run this play before where they throw Alvarado out into the flat. Salinas with the hit, and the fumble recovery was Devin Reyna, and now your Wildcats have the ball again. 2nd time they recover a Raider fumble. 1st and 10, Wildcats 42-yard line. 1:05 to go here in the first half. Two receivers left, 1 right. They'll send a man in motion. They're going to give him the football. That's Jay Herrera, and he is hit hard in the backfield. Aiden Garza hitting him, not able to bring him down, but then there's enough white jerseys in pursuit to bring him down.
Timeout. PSJA North.
PSJA North calls the timeout. They may want to get the football back before the end of the half. There are 47 seconds to go. So with the timeout on the field, we're going to take one as well. Raiders on top of the Wildcats, 17-7. We'll be right back. After the timeout, both teams back onto the field. Second and 17 for your Wildcats back at the 36-yard line. Hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez out to the 39-yard line, picks up about 3 yards, and it'll be third down and about 14. And the Raiders are going to burn their last time out.
PSJA North. This is their third and final of the half.
So a timeout called on the field. We'll take one as well. 17-7, Raiders on top. 49 seconds left in the first half. We'll be right back. Both teams back on the field after the timeout. Third down and 13. Wildcats with the football at their own 39-yard line. Rodriguez, the ball carrier, hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, but can't get anywhere as he only makes his way back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th and 13 with 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Play clock and game clock are about identical, so not sure if they have to take a snap or not. There may be a 1-second differential in the game clock and the play clock. So if they take a snap and then just wait and take a knee. And we are officially at the half. And the halftime score, it is the PSJA North Raiders 17, your Weslaco East Wildcats 7. We'll be back with the second half right here on KWES.
Representing the five nation with tradition, discipline, and excellence. They are the award-winning, the nationally recognized, the 41-time national champions, PSJA North Raiders. for Captain Jordan Roca and Lieutenant Destiny Navarro. This week's Raider of the Week is Henry Lopez. The Raiders are under the direction of Joey Aguillon and Vanessa Martinez. Take away, Raiders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the true pride of the Tri-City District, your PSJA North Raider Band. The Raider Band has our 19th consecutive Division I race pigskin, is a 7-time UIL area chief finalist, a 3-time UIL state marching band, and a 2025 TMDA honor band state semifinalist. This year, the Raider Band has placed in the top 3 in both the La Jolla Marching Contest and the Mercedes Queen City Marching Contest, with our Raider Drumline and grand champions at Queen City. Leading the Raider Band on the field this year are drum major Edwin Narvaez, Adam Lozano, and head men drum major Julian Cocorubias Bandera. Telegraph officers are Captain Eric Vasquez and Co-Captain Eddie Guerrero and Ana Gonzalez. The Raider Band invites you to your table as we serve up the sights and sounds of our Italian restaurant, with themes from On Top of Old Smoky, O Solo Mio, Nessun Dorma, Valsamore, and La Donna di Mondo. We hope you enjoy your meal as the PSJA North Raider Band proudly presents On Top of the Spit. Put your nachos down and your hands together for the PSJA North Raider Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Weslaco East High School is proud to present the Starlets. Leading the Starlets onto the field are the 2025-2026 Starlet officers. Second Lieutenant Tania Garcia, First Lieutenant Valerie Espinosa, Captain Victoria Baron, and Major Alexei Trevino. The Starlets are under the direction of Adelaida Castillo Martinez. This week's Starlet of the Week is Megan Marroquin. Taking the field tonight are our very special guest performers. The Starlets hosted a dance clinic where they had fun teaching and inspiring the future of Weslaco ISD. We would like to take this moment to thank parents and our WISD administration and staff for making this moment possible. Now sit back and enjoy a special halftime performance.
Weslaco East High School is proud to present the award-winning Wildcat Regiment. The Wildcat Regiment presents their 2025 field production entitled Emergency Alert. Their musical selections include Randy Newman's Pleasantville theme, Batia's Hostility, Intruder Alert, Matt Maltese's As the World Caves In, Carl Jenkins, Mare Crisium, and REM's It's the End of the World as We Know It. Emergency Alert takes the audience on an emotional journey through the eyes of a suburban paradise thrown into chaos. As the emergency broadcast shatters the stillness, a surge of panic rises, and driven by fear and confusion, residents scramble to respond. What starts as a normal day quickly spirals into a storm of uncertainty, revealing that something far more threatening lies hidden just behind the static. The Wildcat Regiment is under the field direction of Head Drum Major Marlene Montemayor, First Assistant Mia Garcia, and Second Assistant Evie Lopez. Directors include Armando Cuellar, Danny Hilton, Victoria Garza, Jesus Gallegos, Olivia Martinez, Natalie Sanchez, Rene Penado, and Laura Cedillo Rivera. Band techs include Andrea Perez, Steven Vallejo, Sebastian Mata, Nathaniel Alvarado, and Ana Lopez. The Wildcat Regiment would like to thank the band boosters and administration for all their continued love and support. Now sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Wildcats Regiment.
direct your attention to the Jumbotron. Halftime elevated scoreboard are brought to you by Taqueria El Compañito, located across the street.
Test.
Is this thing on? Oh, I thought they silenced this yet. Rumble, young man, rumble. Life is a trip, so sometimes we gon' stumble. You gotta go through pain in order to become you. But once the world loves you, you'll feel like it's only one you.
Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it scream from the haters. Got a nice ring to it. So excited.
Eastside, Northside.
Wildcats running back onto the field as we are just moments away from second half action. Welcome back to Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium as KWES brings you this district matchup between the PSJA North Raiders and your very own Weslaco East Wildcats. We are at the half and it's PSJA North 17, your Wildcats 7. The Wildcats struck first with the first play from scrimmage as the Raiders fumbled the ball. Pressure from Padilla forced a fumble that was recovered by Jaden Garza at the 24-yard line. A couple plays later, the handoff to Elias Rodriguez, and the point after, and your Wildcats are up 7-0. Wildcats kick the ball away. The Raiders on the second play, on their second possession, 76-yard pass from Darren Garcia to Brian Guerrero. And the extra point good, and we had just played less than 2 minutes, and all of a sudden it's a 7-7 ball game. Then it was slow, a defensive battle after that. Raiders got the ball, and about 8.5 minutes, were able to move the ball down. 33-yard field goal was good from Angel Garcia, 10-7. And then with 2:26 to go in the half, it was a 38-yard pass from Darren Garcia to Isaiah Garza. Extra point good, and that's where we're at, 17-7. It's going to be Garcia kicking the ball away in the direction of Burnias. He'll take it at the 10-yard line. Burnias looking for a block. He gets one out to the 25, 28-yard line. And your Wildcats will come out on offense, and here is the offensive starting lineup for your Wildcats.
Aiden Gonzalez.
Elias Rodriguez, Jolam Minada,
Rudy Villegas.
Jay Herrera, Josiah Contreras, Joe Barrera, Jacob Zuniga, JD Sanchez,
Ryan Vera.
Luben Garcia. Mental health and well-being begins with Dr. Daniel Lozano, former athlete and proud alum of Weslaco ISD.
Wildcats with the ball to start the second half. It is a bunch formation, one receiver down here to the bottom of your screen, one running back in the backfield with Gonzalez. The handoff to Rodriguez. He is hit as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think there's going to be any gain there. First person to make contact was Marco Antonio Alvarado for the Raiders, and they are going to spot it back at the 28-yard line. No gain on the play, second down and 10. And as you see on the replay, it looked like Alvarado was blocked right into the running back, Rodriguez. So second and 10. Same formation for your Wildcats. Looks like there may be an audible at the line of scrimmage from Gonzalez. Snap is away. Handoff to Rodriguez. Has a hold. Gets out to about the 35-yard line. Finally brought down by Almanza and Mendez for the Raiders. Good 6-yard pickup for Rodriguez to bring up a third down and 4. Looked like Herrera was there on the tackle as well. So 3rd down and 4 for your Wildcats. Break the huddle. This time they'll send 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Play action, quick pass out to Burnias. He's got some blockers out to the 40-yard line. Good block out there in open field by Aiden Pequeño. Gave Burnias just enough room to get out to the 40, pick up the 1st down for your Wildcats. Brought down by Marco Antonio Alvarado. Alvarado's been all over the field. So that'll move the chains for your Wildcats. 1st and 10, 40-yard line. 1 receiver down on the left side of the field. Pistol formation, handoff to Rodriguez. Little seam there, but it closed quickly. As the down lineman, Ray Martinez, is able to close that hole quickly and bring Rodriguez down. Rodriguez does pick up a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. Same formation for your Wildcats. Villegas in motion. Rodriguez, the ball carrier, has a seam out to the 45. 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. They're going to say he got to the 44-yard line. So they'll only give him a couple. 3rd down and 6. Personnel changes for your Wildcats. 2 receivers to each side of the ball. 1 back in the backfield in Rodriguez. Pass to Rodriguez. Has 4 white jerseys around him, and he's going to lose a yard on that play. 99, 12, 15, all out there, and that'll make it 4th down for the Wildcats. So Brian Guerrero goes back for the Raiders. They'll line up at about the 22-yard line. Josiah Contreras on to punt the ball away. Good snap, good punt from Contreras. Takes a Wildcat bounce, 1 hopper into the hands of Guerrero. A lot of black jerseys. He's able to elude them, and Guerrero is off and running. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So good return from Guerrero as he was surrounded by black jerseys early on. They're going to say he got out to the 40. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 40-yard line. What a fan gift pack. There it is. Quick toss to Alvarado. Flags out quickly. Not sure they were set.
False start. Offense. Not all 11 players set.
There you go. You heard it from the referee. He saw what I saw. They just came out too quickly and didn't get themselves set. So that'll move them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 15. Raiders with the football here in the 3rd quarter. 7:25 to go. They've got a 10-point lead, 17-7. One receiver to the top of your screen. Garcia under center. Drop back. Both backs stay to block. Looking for Garza. And is it a catch? They're going to say yes. Garza had to come back for it and literally had to throw himself backwards to make that grab, get his hands underneath the football, but he did an excellent job doing that and tucking it away, and that's a good for about 6 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. I'm sorry, not 6 yards, 16 yards, because they had 11 yards, because they were 5 yards behind, my bad. 2nd and 4, handoff to Alvarado. Alvarado is upended, getting in there and making a big tackle is Alana Lejos. So they're going to give him 2 yards on that play, maybe 3, see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 48, so they give him 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Official timeout.
You got an official's timeout on the field, so as they take one on the field, we're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Wildcat football right here on KWES. Back from the timeout, 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. Ball at the 48-yard line, 6.5 to go here in the 3rd. Raiders up 17-7. Send one receiver to the top of your screen. Wishbone formation. Garcia under center. Gonna toss it to Guerrero. Guerrero breaks a tackle, bounces off another guy. It's gonna be not Guerrero, but rather Antoine Estrada, finally brought down at the 18-yard line, tracked down and knocked down by Robert Oviedo. Good, tough running there by Estrada. Saw a little crease, got through it, broke a tackle, then bounced off a couple of people and did what most running backs are told to do, and that is to keep moving your feet, and he did just that. 1st and 10, ball at the 19-yard line. Alvarado, the ball carrier, spins around outside. Finally brought down after about a 9-yard pickup. Finally brought down out there by Gavin Melendez. So 9-yard pickup, 2nd down and 1. One receiver right, wishbone formation once again for the Raiders. Flags come out quickly. We'll see what the referee says.
False start.
False start on the Raiders, so it'll move them back 5 yards.
Penalty, 2nd down.
So instead of 2nd and 1, it'll be 2nd and 6. They'll bunch it up, tight ends to both sides, wishbone formation. Toss to Garza, almost loses it, brings it in, and he's got some running room. Gets inside the 10, maybe inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders. So Isaiah Garza, good concentration, hanging on to the football, seeing an opening, and just flies through it, and finally brought down inside the 5-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 5, so 1st and goal from the 5. Alvarado, the ball carrier, and Alvarado, does he get in? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Raiders. 5-yard touchdown run by Andrew Alvarado. On for the extra point is Angel Garcia. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. So we got 4:29 to go here in the third. And now it is the Raiders 24, your Wildcats 7. We'll be back with more Wildcat football right here on KWES. Raiders on to kick the ball away. It'll be Angel Garcia setting up the ball at the 40. Herrera and Burnias back at about the 10. It'll be Burnias at the 17. Cuts it outside to the 30. 35, 37-yard line. Good 20-yard return for Burnias. So the Wildcats back in on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. They trail 24-7 here at home against the Raiders. Gonzalez has 3 backs in the backfield. And he'll hand it off to Burnias. Burnias has some blockers in front of him. And he'll make a spin move to the inside, get across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Good 5-yard pickup. Bringing up a 2nd down and 5. Coming in was Ethan Montemayor to make that tackle, fighting off a block. They'll say the 36, so it'll be a 4-yard pickup. So 2nd down and 6. Same formation for your Wildcats. They'll run the same play just to the other side, and Herrera in there quickly to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. 6-yard loss, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12. Herrera comes in untouched and brings down Elijah Lopez quickly. So 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back in the backfield with the quarterback Gonzalez. He'll roll out to his right, looking for a receiver. Nobody there, changes directions. Now he's on the run, and he's gonna run out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So he'll lose a yard on that one, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 13. So Gonzalez, not having anybody available or open to throw the ball to, decides to run with it. Loses a yard, 4th and 13, so that'll bring on Josiah Contreras to punt the ball away. Brian Guerrero line up at the 25-yard line. He'll field this one at the 32, looking for the wall. Tries to get over somebody, but cannot. Good stop there by Aiden Pequeño, just bumping him out of bounds, but good return for Guerrero as he pulls it into Wildcat territory down to the 47-yard line. Wildcats did a good job on the return. And Pequeño did a good job holding his ground and making sure that Guerrero wasn't able to advance the ball any further. The Raiders once again with the football, 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 46-yard line. Handed off to Alvarado, the first man through, and he is hit and brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's going to be Robert Oviedo with the tackle, but not after Alvarado picks up about 9 yards. Tight formation for the Raiders, 2 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Alvarado again. Alvarado has some running room. Tripped up and knocked down by Alejos inside the 35-yard line. They'll spot it at the 31. 1st and 10 Raiders. Running out there behind Derek Garcia and Tristan Dandridge. Raiders with the ball, 1st and 10, 31-yard line of the Wildcats. Same formation. This time Garcia's gonna keep it, looking for somewhere to go, and he just keeps his feet moving, gets some positive yards. Looked like it was a blown up play. Not sure if the quarterback was to hand it off or it was some kind of option play, but he bumped into Alvarado, and what looked to be something that was just gonna fall apart, Garcia is able to keep it going and get inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards, making it 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers right, 1 left, pistol formation. Estrada in the backfield with Garcia. The handoff is to Estrada. Hit by Alejos, gets away, but Alejos keeps him in check long enough to get a lot of black jerseys around him, and finally brought him down after about a 3-yard gain, making it 3rd down and 1. So a good stop there by Alejos, and then coming to clean him up is Nehemias Munoz. 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Not sure if the Raiders are going to run a play. Looks like they will. Last play of the quarter, barring a penalty. Alvarado, the ball carrier, gets inside the 20. It'll be a 1st down for the Raiders when we come back for the 4th quarter. 24-7, Raiders on top. We'll be right back.
Hydration timeout.
We are back for the final 12 minutes of football here at Texas National Bank Field at Bobby Lackey Stadium. It is the North Raiders 24, your Wildcats 7. The Raiders with the football, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Garcia looking for a receiver. Under pressure, gets away from it, finds a receiver, and that is Brian Guerrero with his 2nd touchdown of the night. An 18-yard touchdown pass from Garcia to Guerrero.
Offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
That's going to bring it back, as you just heard from the referee, a flag on the play. So that'll nullify the touchdown. So we'll erase those 6 points from the scoreboard. 24-7 is the score. First and 15, Raiders with the ball at the 23-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Estrada in the backfield with Garcia. Garcia looking to his right. Has a receiver, it's caught and immediately brought down. That's Jackson Evans with the reception, maybe picking up 2 yards. Nothing out there. Garcia finally has to go to his final read, and it's a good stop there. Open field tackle by Devin Reyna. So they're going to give him 1 yard on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 14. 24-7, we are in the final quarter, 11:15 to go in the ball game. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Garcia back to pass, going in the middle, has a receiver, it's caught, touchdown, Isaiah Garza, and that is his 2nd touchdown reception of the night.
Ineligible man downfield. Number 85, offense. He was covered at the snap. 5-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
So once again, the points are taken off the board. As you heard from the referee, an illegal man downfield. So that'll bring it back to the 26-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and about 19. Not sure if it's the 6-yard to gain or the 7. It's either 18 or 19. We're going to say 18 because that's what it says on your screen. The Raiders will bring 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Estrada in the backfield. They're going to dump it off to Estrada. He's got some running room. Hit at the 17-yard line. So he's going to get to about the original line of scrimmage. Good stop there by your Wildcats. First one to get there is Devin Reyna. So I think this was just a flat pass by design. So Reyna along with Taylor Jimenez with the stop. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Clock continues to move with 10:25 to go here in the ball game. Garcia coming back from the sideline as he ran out there to get a play.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Raiders as the play clock was winding down. 10:14 left in this one. PSJA North is up. The Raiders are leading by a score of 24-7. We'll be back with more Wildcat football right here on KWES. It is the Kiss Cam here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. All kinds of fun in the stadium. 3rd down and 9 for the Raiders. Ball at the 16-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Garcia going to the end zone. It is in and out of the hands of the intended target, Isaiah Garza. Good job defensively by the Wildcats back there is Devin Reina. So that'll bring up a 4th down situation for the Raiders. And they'll send out Angel Garcia to attempt a 33-yard field goal. He made a 33-yard field goal earlier in the ball game at the 8:34 mark in the second quarter. Second time to try a 33-yard field goal in this ball game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, plenty of distance, and it is good. So with 10:07 to go, 33-yard field goal is good. And now the score is the North Raiders 27, your Wildcats 7. We'll be back with more Wildcat football right here on KWES. Wildcats set to receive the kick from the Raiders. It's going to be Garcia teeing it up at the 40. Rodriguez and Burnias back deep to return this one. They are standing at the 10. 10:07 left in this one. And it's the Raiders 27, your Wildcats 7. Here's the kick. It's a good one. It's going to go over the head and into the end zone. And the Wildcats will come back and start this next drive at their own 25-yard line. Wildcat offense coming back onto the field. Rodriguez back in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Villegas in motion. Hand off to Rodriguez. He is hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage, falls forward for about a yard gain. 2nd and 9. Looked like it was Mike Perales sealing up that hole. Gonzalez looking left, gets rid of the ball. Almost intercepted by Guerrero. Guerrero dropping back into coverage. Looked like he was playing a corner position, but then had the outside help and almost comes away with an interception. So the incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd and 9. Three receivers right, 1 left. We'll put Rodriguez in the slot on the right. Empty backfield for Gonzalez. Wide receiver screen and get it out of the hands of Contreras. So that'll make it 4th down and 9. Good call by the Wildcats as they had plenty of black jerseys out there, but Contreras just couldn't reel that one in. So he'll stay on the field to punt it away, and it'll be Guerrero going back to return this one. Good snap, good punt. Guerrero lets it fall, picks it up on 1 hop at the 40-yard line. Hit and brought down by Padilla at the 41-yard line. Looked like that was Padilla and Reina teaming up for the tackle. So the Raiders back in on offense, 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 41-yard line. One receiver left. Under center is Garcia. He'll send Estrada in motion. Hands it off to Alvarado. The first back through, breaks a tackle, gets into the secondary. Finally brought down by Devin Reyna after about a 9-yard gain. Second and 1 for the Raiders. Same formation for the Raiders. Send a man in motion. Hand it off to Alvarado. Alvarado breaks a tackle into the secondary. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line by Taylor Jimenez. I'm going to say 22. So the Raiders with the football, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line of the Wildcats. 8:35 to go in the ball game. They are up 27-7. Once again, it is the same formation. Estrada in motion. They're going to run the end around to Garza. Garza is tugged and pulled down by Santiago Flores. So good stop there by Flores. Good read there by the defense of the Wildcats. 3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7. Once again, same formation. Estrada in motion again. Handoff to Alvarado. Alvarado breaking tackles into the secondary inside the 10. Finally brought down by Santiago Flores. So you say that he was brought down at the 10. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders from the 10-yard line. Clock moving with 7:25 to go in the ball game. One receiver to the bottom of your screen. They'll send a man in motion. Again, the handoff to Alvarado. Alvarado hit and brought down at the 5-yard line. Noah Rosales on the stop. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 5. Rosales along with Devin Reyna making the stop. Raiders will line up in that same bunch formation with one receiver split wide. Now they hand 2 guys in motion, and that'll be a flag. I was waiting for that flag to come out. So instead of 2nd and 5, it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, 2nd and goal from the 10, technically.
Offense, number 14, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So they bring it back to the 10-yard line, 2nd and goal for the Raiders. Whistle blows, clock starts to move, 6.5 to go here in this ball game. Once again, they bring in the same formation. It's going to be Alvarado in the backfield. Send a man in motion. Ball on the ground. Garcia recovers it, but it'll be 3rd and 12, 3rd and goal from the 12. They're going to spot it at 13, so 3rd and goal from the 13. So bad snap. Garcia wisely just falls on it. Wildcats have recovered 2 Raider fumbles in this ball game. Did capitalize on one of them, turning it into 7 points. 3rd and goal from the 13. Same formation for the Raiders. Estrada in motion, play action. Garcia looking for a receiver in the end zone. Did he keep his feet down? Yes, he did. And it's a touchdown to Isaiah Garza. That is his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. 13-yard TD pass. Extra point pending, but the score right now is 33-7 with 5.5 to go in the ball game. Angel Garcia on to attempt the point after. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:30 to go here in this one, it is now the Raiders 34, your Wildcats 7. We'll be back with more Wildcat football right here on KWES. After the touchdown pass to Garza, his 2nd of the night and his 8th on the year from the receiving perspective, the Raiders are now up 34-7, and it's Garcia set to kick it away. Wildcats had Rodriguez and Burnias back deep at the 10-yard line. Rodriguez will just watch it go over his head into the end zone. And the Wildcats will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. .5:30 left to go. Wildcats trailing 34-7. Offense back on the field. Rodriguez in the backfield with Gonzalez, the quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Villegas in the slot. They bring it out to Burnias, trying to hit him. Coming across, and it is an incomplete pass. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for your Wildcats. Ball at the 25-yard line. They'll bring out the same formation. This time they give the ball to Rodriguez. Rodriguez lowers his head, gets across to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 2, making it a 3rd down and 8 situation. Brought down by Guerrero of the Raiders, so 3rd down and 8. Wildcats will change up the formation. They'll flip it. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. Gonzalez looking quickly to his receiver, Josiah Contreras, who makes a great grab. But it's going to be about 3 yards, 2 yards shy of the 1st down, 4th and 2. So good bullet from Gonzalez, and Contreras with a great grab to the 33-yard line, 4th and 2. Looks like the Wildcats are going to go for it. Power eye right. trying to draw the Raiders off sides were the Wildcats. Not sure if they got into the neutral zone, but the Raiders are pointing at the Wildcats. There's movement.
False start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty.
Burgett is saying that they came across into the neutral zone, across the neutral zone. As we mentioned, there was movement on both sides. They called it against the Wildcats, but went the wrong direction. So now they'll bring it back 5 yards. So instead of 4th and 2, it'll be 4th and 7. And this time, looks like the Wildcats will change their mind and decide to go ahead and punt the football.
Correction.
So there is a timeout called on the field. So as they take one, we will take one as well. Wildcats trailing in this one 34-7. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce you to our athlete of the week, Adrian Gonzalez. Sponsored by Dr. Hector Amaya, our #1 internal medicine doctor of Weslaco. Adrian Gonzalez is a senior and the son of Adrian Gonzalez and Melinda Peña. He wears #1 and plays quarterback for your Wildcats. Adrian Cruz for $2,000 together. More than $1,000. Gallant for $252 total.
After the timeout, the Wildcats send in their punt unit. That penalty moved them back 5 yards. So instead of 4th and 2, it's now 4th and 7. So Contreras back at about the 15-yard line to punt this one away. The Raiders send Guerrero back to the 42-yard line to attempt a return on this one. Good snap. Low punt, but takes a Wildcat bounce to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll down it, and that's where the Raiders will take over on their next possession. 1st and 10 from the 43. We've got 3:40 left to go in this one. Looks like we may have another quarterback trying to pick up his number. Might be Solis under center. No, it's not Solis, but there's a flag on the play. It's going to be Drayden Espinosa, the new quarterback, and he tosses it to Salazar, but there is a flag. Initial
offense
sign is illegal procedure, and that's exactly what the referee just finished saying. It is procedure, so it'll move them back 5 yards. Change of personnel. They didn't quite get ready, so it'll move them back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 37. So it is Drayden Espinosa, the new quarterback for the Raiders. He'll have 2 backs in the backfield and 2 receivers split to his left. Hands it off to the tailback. Making some moves in the backfield is Blake Sims, the ball carrier. Picks up the 5 that they were penalized and 3 more. So he picks up 8 yards and will bring up a 2nd and 7. Second down and 7 for the Raiders. Clock ticks with 2:45 to go in this one. Receivers each side of the football, I formation. Espinosa under center, Sims the tailback. Play action, rolling out to his right. Hits his receiver in motion, and he's brought down in the field of play. Landon Escobedo on the receiving end of that one. And we've got some flags down on the field. So we'll see what the call is. Preliminary indication looks like it's against the Wildcats. looking for the white hat. He's down there at the 47. He's got the call. Here he comes.
Personal foul. Late hit, number 33 of the defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
The late hit, 15-yard penalty moves the ball down to the 25-yard line. And the Raiders have it 1st and 10. Clock moving with under 2:20 to go. Now under 2:15. Espinosa under center. Hands the ball off to Sims. Sims looking to make a move, cannot. He's brought down. Good tackle there by Derek Davila.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Got a timeout called on the field. It's a 2-minute timeout is what it is. So as they take the 2-minute timeout on the field, we're going to take one as well. It is the North Raiders 34, your East Wildcats 7. We'll be back with the final 2 minutes right here on KWES. Back from the 2-minute timeout, the Raiders and the Wildcats back on the field with, as we said, 2 minutes to go. Espinosa, the quarterback, breaks the huddle. One receiver split to the right. Espinosa under center. Toss to the tailback. Looking for some running room is Salazar. Picks up about 4 yards to the 19-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 4. Maybe a long 3. Clock continues to move with a minute 33 to go in this one. Raiders taking their time to get out on the field. They don't have to snap this one till about the 1:10 mark. Hand off to Sims. Sims looking for some running room inside the 15. Brought down at the 12 by Heriberto Davila. That'll be 1st and 10 Raiders. And they really just have to run one more play. They can bring this one down all the way to about the 25-second mark. And this may be the last play of the ball game. Looks like they are lining up in victory formation. Snap. And the knee from Espinosa. And there does not have to be another play run here tonight. So it looks like the final score is going to be the PSJA North Raiders 34, your Weslaco Wildcats 7. The Raiders improved to 6-0, and they will take on Flower Bluff next Thursday. And your Wildcats will drop to 4-2. And next week we travel to Corpus to take on the Veterans Eagles, who are 5-1. The Wildcats again drop this one to the Raiders. The final score, the PSJA North Raiders 34, your Wildcats 7. And we will travel to Corpus Christi next week as we take on the Eagles of Corpus Christi. Want to thank all of the KWES staff doing a great job here in this one. Don't go anywhere because in just a few minutes, Carlos and Mike we'll have the post-game show from the field. But again, thanks a lot to KWES and all its production for bringing you this one. Wildcats dropped this one. Final of this ball game, it is the PSJA North Raiders 34, your Weslaco East Wildcats 7. I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from Bobby Lackey Stadium. We'll see you next Thursday from Corpus Christi.